Hello, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today is Sunday, September 25th, and tomorrow, September 26th, I am going in for surgery. I am getting my proximal hamstring tendon surgical repair done. Essentially, my hamstring tendons tore off of my pelvic bone, so I am getting them reattached tomorrow. The injury happened about 3.5 weeks ago. If you are new here and just came across this video because of the surgery information, I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and that's primarily what my channel here is about. So yeah, about 3.5 weeks ago, I was sparring in class and I was rolling with a very large white belt. I got him to turtle, I took his back, I got both of my hooks in, and from what I remember, he postured and kind of frantically turned, and I think I started sliding off and my foot got caught, and I think it just, whatever kind of motion he did, and maybe I had some muscle imbalances in my hamstring and glute in the first place, I don't know. But all of those things I think kind of created the perfect storm, and I heard 3 pops and I just collapsed on the floor. I couldn't really move. It was a really traumatic experience. If you want to hear all of the details about the injury and the night itself, I will put the video above. And now, 3 weeks later, I am getting surgery to repair it. So I've never had surgery before, and I really was hoping that with this injury I could avoid surgery because the thought of surgery is terrifying. But I've decided to go ahead with the surgery because after doing a ton of research and talking to a couple of different doctors, talking to people that have had the same injury, it seems like for my activity level, getting back into jiu-jitsu, which is obviously a very intense sport, in order to just ensure that my body will heal properly and for me to be able to regain the same amount, if not more, strength back into my leg, the better option is surgery versus just letting my body heal. There's a lot of details that go into what make you a good candidate for the surgery. One of them being how far away the tendon retracted away from the bone. My body could heal by itself, and there are people that opt not to do the surgery, but because of the distance that my tendon has been torn away, it may reattach itself to the bone but with scar tissue, or it could reattach itself somewhere else in that area. So in order to get back into jiu-jitsu, get back into weight training and running and all of the physical activities that I do, it's going to make me feel better knowing that my tendon is being reattached to the right place, and then from then on, I can just focus on regaining my strength back, my mobility back, and honestly, I'm ready to get even stronger and in better shape than I was pre-injury. So the past week, since I've known that I was going to get surgery, I've been just kind of mentally processing everything and just getting prepared for it. And one of the things that I've done is I've tried to watch a lot of vlogs so that I can see what people's actual experience is like with getting surgery, because like I've said, I've never had surgery before, and talking to people in person that have gone through it has been really helpful. And then of course we have the internet, so turning to the internet and being able to see people document their own experience has been really helpful, and it's been reassuring, and it's giving me like a little bit of peace. So since I obviously have a YouTube channel, and this experience is part of my jiu-jitsu journey, it's part of my life journey, and it's been, something pretty terrible that has happened to me, but I've decided to try to document it as much as possible because watching these videos and people documenting their experience have been really helpful towards me. So I feel like I can turn this not so wonderful situation into something positive for somebody else. So today's video, I'm starting with talking and documenting everything that I'm doing to prepare for the big day tomorrow. I'm going to try to video tomorrow and see how much I can get in, and then just document the whole experience after surgery and recovering from the procedure itself, and then as an athlete, how I am recovering and rehabbing and eventually getting back into all of my activities and one day getting back into jiu-jitsu. I also believe and I know that God is with me throughout this whole journey, and He's been with me and He's given me so much strength so far to even get through everything that I've been through since the injury. When you're in a situation like this, it is so easy to have that mindset of, why did this happen to me? And why do I have to go through this? Why are all of my friends being able to train and get stronger and I'm stuck left behind here sitting on the couch? You know, it's like, it's so easy to think like that. And I still am thinking like that. You know, this is just the beginning of this process. But, you know, as a believer, God does not promise us a perfect life. He does not promise us a life without struggles. But what He does promise us is that He will never leave us. He will never forsake us. So I know that He will get me through this, and He has provided me with such an incredible support system. He has provided me with a body that is strong, a body that has incredible healing power, and you know, He tells us that all things will work out for the good. So everything will be good. All right, so what are some things that I have to do today? I've got a lot of things to do today, and it's almost 11:30, and I gotta get moving. So the first thing that I have to do is I have to go to a tattoo shop to get one of my piercings removed. So there's this little tiny piercing right here. It's a barbell. It's called a rook piercing. I got this pierced so many years ago, and I've never taken it out. I've trained with it my entire jiu-jitsu journey so far. I've been training jiu-jitsu for about 6 years, and I've never had any issues with it, but I can't take it out. The first time that I competed, I sat in my bedroom, I remember, for like an hour trying to take this piercing out because I was so scared that something was gonna happen in competition, and I wasn't able to take it out. And I got through the competition, everything was fine, and I've gotten through the past 6 years of training and competing, and thankfully nothing has happened. But they told me absolutely no jewelry on surgery day. You will not be permitted in the operating room. And I was like, oh shoot. And when I spoke to somebody the other day about just why I wouldn't be able to maybe be allowed in the operating room with this piercing, she said something about the anesthesia and the medications that the anesthesiologist gives you. So I'm like, you know what? Let me not take a chance and go through all of this mental turmoil to then on surgery day not be allowed to have surgery. So first thing I have to do today is go and get the piercing removed from a piercing shop. All right, just got finished at the piercing shop. That took a total of like 2 minutes. The earring is out, and then I bought this cute little barbell that won't focus, but it's got cute little studs on it, and I'm gonna put that in. Hopefully I can get it in after surgery. The next thing that I have to do is go grocery shopping. I freaking love grocery shopping, and we have this grocery store that's not too far from where we live, and it's an all organic health food store. They have really, really healthy, yummy things, and they have a lot of like better alternative cleaning products. And yeah, it's just a really great place to shop, and that's where we do all of our grocery shopping. So I'm very adamant about fueling my body properly and just being really aware of the ingredients and the quality of the ingredients that I have in my food. And after surgery, after this sort of trauma, your body's really inflamed and it is kind of kicking into overdrive to heal itself. Nutrients are so important. So diet after surgery is critical. So I'm really excited to just refill my fridge with a bunch of healthy food and just get things prepared. We have a special guest joining us for grocery shopping. If anybody doesn't know, this is my husband.
Hi guys.
Hi husband.
Hi wifey.
How are you feeling about tomorrow?
I just want the surgical procedure to be done. That's the only part I'm nervous about. But once that's done, we can focus on recovery. That's all it says. That's my wifey woman. I just want everything to go smooth for her, but she takes care of herself, so I'm confident it's going to be a good day, and hopefully just to the point, they do their job.
Hopefully,
and we get out of there at a
hopefully
timely
there's no like
fashion.
waiting around and
Yeah,
like
so
at least for
that's
too long. You know, obviously there's gonna be some waiting, but hopefully we get in there, paperwork, not too long of a wait, get me all hooked up, and that's about it.
That's it. There you go. So.
Yeah. Todd's also going to be doing my rehab. So, you know, I'll be seeing my PT. We got to make sure I get a good one. You know, I don't want some old person, you know, that doesn't work with athletes and doesn't know what they're doing. Todd's going to be overseeing it as well.
Yep.
But he's a functional patterns practitioner. Can you explain briefly what that means? Because I always have a hard time kind of explaining it.
Try to put it as kind of ABC simple as possible. It's just, it doesn't matter if you're an athlete, elderly individual. I work with so many different people. It's just trying to help you understand your body and kind of how it functions. Just from, there's like so I think a good example, because it's jiu-jitsu people, right? Like fundamentals, right? There's fundamentals for the human body too, like standing upright, walking, running. These are things that we all do, correct?
Yeah.
And a lot of our programming comes from understanding how the body moves, and then a lot of exercises we translate that, and then to a higher degree. For example, one of my clients, Jonathan Sateva, who runs Peak Jiu-Jitsu, he's a very athletic individual. Even him, I got athlete like that, sweating just from like simple little things. The same way, like if I was gonna look at your butterfly guard and tighten things up, they'd be like, wow, that makes a dramatic difference. And that's the best way I could describe functional patterns, is like getting to the nitty gritty of like basics for like movement, and in turn, it's gonna help you perform better in jiu-jitsu. But not only that, just the better you treat your body, the more.
Because I would say the majority of your clients are not jiu-jitsu athletes. Right, it's people that are injured, people that are dealing with all types of conditions where they can't perform daily functions normally, and Todd helps them to be able to move better. So he will be doing my rehab, and then like I said, I'll also be working with my PT. So I'll have a lot of stuff going on, which is really great. And like I said earlier, I'm just looking forward to honestly being stronger and being in better shape than I was pre-injury. So looking forward to that, right?
Right.
Right. The next order of business is cleaning. I want this place spick and span before tomorrow, because I will be, you know, kind of glued to the couch and my bed for a little while. So I just want everything to be clean and pristine before I can't do cleaning for a little while. So the last thing that I'm doing to get ready for tomorrow is I'm going to make some soup. I don't know how I'm going to feel when I get home tomorrow. You know, I've heard and I've seen that the anesthesia can cause a lot of nausea, but then I've also seen other people that are like starving when they get out of surgery. So I don't know how I'm going to feel, but I just want to have some soup on hand. It's going to be filled with a lot of really nutritious ingredients. So the base will be this bone broth, which is a broth that I get straight from a farm that comes from Pennsylvania. They deliver our raw milk to us every week. And then this week I got bone broth as well, because bone broth is so good for you in general, and then especially in a situation like this where my body needs to heal, it is really going to be just so helpful with all of the nutrients, all of the collagen that's in it. What else do I have here? I have this butternut squash that I bought a couple of weeks ago and never used, but now I'm finally going to use it. Onion, fresh turmeric, fresh ginger, a whole bag of carrots, coconut milk. So I'm gonna hope that this soup comes out really good. Hopefully it's really yummy, and then we'll have it all ready for when we come home tomorrow. And then my sister-in-law, who lives not too far away, she's making us a casserole, so that will be already cooked and ready to go. And that's about it. Anything else you want to say? What do you have there?
Drink your raw milk.
Raw milk? Yeah, drink your raw milk for sure. All right, guys, I just finished cooking. I'm super tired from the day, just doing all of the things. I'm gonna take a shower and then probably just go right to bed. I have to shower with this special soap that the doctor's office gave me. I think it just gets rid of any kind of bacteria that's on your skin. They gave me these special sponges to use, so I've got to do that tonight and tomorrow morning, and that's it. And then I'm gonna go to sleep. So I will see you guys on surgery day.